Hello YouTube, welcome back to the channel. This is D.O.P. Hope you are doing very good. Alright, today in this video we're going to cover some stuff. We are about to go back a little bit, a tiny bit. We're going to cover about these three things that most of people, they been like get hard to get into it, to get rid of it. You know, when it comes to doing a color grading, most of people, they do color grading, but they really never covered some of basic stuff, which is it give them hard time to the future, like to the next of the project. Everything that's going to do after this thing that I'm going to explain, they get a hard time, you know. We used to go forward. I know we are so far where we are from until here now, but sometimes we have to go back and to remind some of people. Or sometimes, you know, we get a newcomers, we get a new people in beauty, like in this YouTube, we get a new people on our group. So it's not like everyone going to cover everything. So we have to go back a little bit and teach out some basic stuff, which is, yeah, if you skip about that, today you're going to cover that. So the main topic of today is we're going to discuss about node structure. You know, the way you have to arrange the node, like starting from one node to one node to make your project looks more clean, and you know, to understand what you have to do. Like in the color grading, first you have to know the basic of nodes, how to proper them. Most of people, they come do like this. They just starting with contrast, saturation, other stuff. They just do whatever they feel to do. Like they just watching the videos, like, okay, let me put this, but they don't know what node structure, what it has to be touch, which place has to be there to be able to get the perfect thing. You know, most of the people, they come and do whatever they feel, but when it comes to the output, yeah, it's good, they feel so. But as professional, you need to understand the node, especially when you want to know more deeply about this thing, what they call shot matching, stuff like that. Yeah. All right. Another thing that we're going to discuss is about doing exposure, perfect exposing the image. Big problem. Most of colorists or directors, they fight with their clients when it comes to the exposure. They mostly love to get a perfect result. They want to see themselves, and the better place for you to get the perfect results is a midtone. So today we're going to cover that as well. Like, we not do too much, don't think like we go to the masterclass. Everything this we are proper go to the masterclass, but today we're going to touch a little bit of that, so it be helpful. All right, another last thing is about temperature, white balance. White balance is a place where you're starting creating your look. The pre-look is starting for the white balance. And if you never get proper white balance, you know, go get a better look. Never ever, rest of your life, ever, you know, get that. So today we're going to also to cover that thing. And another thing that I can say, everything that I'm about to do now, you can claim, but you really need to understand. That's our issue. You need to know why. And if I don't tell you the reason now, because the time is so less, so you can just comment in the box and discuss about it. All right, so if you never subscribe to this YouTube channel, I beg, do so. Click the bell button, smash that, share with other people, comments, anything you want to talk to me, comment in my box. Today I have a student member on building. Hello everyone, are you good?
Yes, we are
good.
All right, so we're going to discuss about this thing, and we're going to share to the world so that they see what we learn every day in life. If you want to join like this or next, please come to my box, ask me for one of my products, Masterclass or Elite package. You'll be able to join one of my family member. I don't have a student member. I only have family members that will live in as a family. All right, let's jump into DaVinci Resolve. All right, so now we are into DaVinci Resolve. As you can see, these are footage. This was shot with the Canon Silhouette. This was Canon. But to be honest, when it comes to color grading, the real project of this project, I never did a Canon color space. I just cheated. As you guys know, understood the before we talk about how to do cheat code, like how to cheat color space. Like sometimes if you're short with the Sony, you can cheat that and use Arri Alexa because they share a little bit of color sense. And as well as this one was shot on Canon C-Log, but I was like, man, if I put Skintone sometime, it not gonna give me the touch that I want to be on my output. Let me try red, and yeah, it's really work up. So I'm going to show you the Canon color space how they look, and I'm going to show you the red how they look. So you guys gonna tell me what color science we're going to use in this. So we're gonna start with the color management. Into color management, I'm going to put DaVinci White Gamut here. This is our sRGB, this is our DaVinci Gamut, our timeline color space, and the output color space is going to be sRGB. Instead of Rec 79 Gamma 2.4 go to 2.2 or Rec 79A, I use sRGB. We talk about this a lot. Alright, so another thing that I'm about to do now is this is our first thing. Notice structure, guys. We are starting here. I forgot to mention. Okay, Boris, your questions about node structure is in here. First, in the color grading, when it comes to color grading, the first thing, there's two ways of doing color grading. One way by using color space transformation issues, like doing a color management overall, like doing this stuff, you know that. Another way is by doing manually, you know. It has a little bit different. Let me show you. One way, when it comes to doing manually, like I'm doing exposing other stuff manually without using any help of outputs. I'm about to do this. To my contrast, first thing you need to touch is the contrast, so that it gives you the vivid of an image, so you understand the image where it stand. So to me, the first one is 1.5. When I do 1.5, the reason why you see the colorful like this, because we have in DaVinci management, color management, so why you see things are popping. But if I'm going to change, you're going to see the color not perfect like this. This is your manual thing, you know. Another thing is saturations. I'm increasing my saturations. Third thing is white balance. You see, I'm controlling white balance to make it look neutral, or I can just do auto of it, like doing this, and maybe click the white part, so it help me to balance this. But this too much, let me reduce this a little bit. Reduce this a little bit and balance like this. All right, this is what we've done. This is a manually. You see before, see after, and then there's this thing that we call node before and node after. So the node before is going to give us the presentation of exposure. So I'm going to balance the exposure before a contrast and saturation. The reason why, when I do before, it means I'm in log mode. You know that the node data before is only affecting it and the node after, but the node after is going to get the information from node before, which means when I do this thing in right here, I get this information from this node, which means my exposure is going to ruin my color, because here this place I got the information from this place. Do you got that, Boris?
No, that's why I'm confused. Honestly, please, can you repeat?
Should I repeat, right?
Yeah, please.
Okay, about this thing, you see here what I've done is contrast and saturation and white balance. Okay?
Yeah, on one node.
Yeah, I did that on one node. This day I found out to do that is giving me a bit of flexibility. But you can do in particular nodes, it's okay. But you have to understand this. The node before, like this node, this one, you see that I just did the highlights. You see this one, it doesn't have any effect. But when I touch this one, it's give us the effect, but I never touch anything. When I touch this node, it be the same. You see, like we see the effect, and also here we see the effect. but here we not see effects. We only see the color is flat. Is it because the node before is affecting the node after, but the node after it doesn't affect the node before? Yeah, that's it. And when it's coming to the period nodes like this one, you see when I just select this one, you also see the color is not effect. The reason why is it because this one, this node after this, the above node, it doesn't this above node, it doesn't affect the period node. Even when I add another one, even when I add another one, this period node doesn't affecting each other's. But this one is affected, and this one serial is affected. But this period and this before node, it doesn't affect. But when I do into this node like this, when I do my stuff here, it's also affecting here, because this guy got information from his place. This guy is getting information from this place. This guy is getting information from this place. Also, this guy is getting information from this place. That's why you see it's too much. And this guy is getting information from all these places. You got my points now? Which means that if I do something here to this node, like maybe let me take it down this way, like this one, you see, you only see this color because I highlighted it, which means if I take that off, it's giving me the all information from output. But when I highlight this, which means it's solo that particular the particular place that I selected. You see? Alright, so if I tell this one, it doesn't get information from this. Also, this guy, it doesn't get information from this. You see now? But this guy is getting information from all this other guy because he's after them. So, which means there's this information from this and this information that is goes there. So this is before that thing and this is after. So it's getting from this side to the left side, and then it's transferred to the right side. For this guy is getting everything there. So when it comes to color grading issues, where we protecting our image, you see, sometimes there are stuff that we can do after the not before, because we're about to blend that. And another thing that I can tell you, when you do something after that, you are blending stuff up at that thing. Like if we are increasing saturation here, we are increasing saturation above this node. But if we are doing this, we are increasing saturation inside or down there, downstairs to this node, which means the affected, that's going to be here. This one is going to be more distorting, easily to be distorting. The reason why is because you do stuff about this stuff, but when you do stuff in here, it's not easy to crash that thing, because there's a protection here that's easily understand what's going on. Like the output here easily understand what's going on from here. Here's the problem. A lot of beginners, they struggle how to make color grading as pro level. YouTube itself can never pull up to that level. Director Kim came out with the massive masterclass phase 1 and phase 2, which is the phase 1 has 3 parts, and each of the parts has a long house video. Having an issue with the color senses, color management, creating different looks, fixing problems, how to balance proper your footage, shot merging, dealing with the small budget camera, everything you need to know from DaVinci Resolve. Masterclass has deep explanations. If you really struggle with creating look, Director Kim never seen enough till he made it 26 LUTs, which has look DNA and Skintone LUT and color separations. DCTR power grade also available. Director Kim really wants to shift you into next level. Have a permanent mentor who can guide you well to your journey of color grading. He decided to create a WhatsApp group for his own student member. But remember, to join a WhatsApp group, you need to buy one of his products, either Masterclass or LUT package. Now, let's back into the lesson. But here, he doesn't understand anything what's going on here. This is only getting information that let's say like as someone who drink a beer already, add another spirit alcohol, and it's someone who never drink anything, the one that's already drink is going to be more affected, more, you know. It's going to be more crazy, but the other one is going to be in some range. You see, they not be the same. The other one is going to fade. You got the point, yeah? All right, that's it. These are way that we're doing in manually. So when it comes to this place, the now before, what it does is maybe it's just correcting maybe the exposure. Like, see, I want to push the mid-tone, I want to take down a little bit of shadows, and I want to control a little bit of a highlight, something like that. And this is it. These are before, after, not too much, but you can see the effective is there, because they already, the contrast and that stuff issue, and the picture was already perfect. So the note after that, maybe it's going to be about the look. Maybe so that day you're going to look at the loot that you want. Like, maybe let's try out this loot package like this. Let's try this one. Maybe look, if I want something small, like maybe this looked just like this. You see how it give us that stuff. These are loot pocket that I'm selling, guys. If you want it, you can find it. You see that how beautiful it give us the orange in here. Now I can maybe try to reduce a little bit of, you see, these are before, these are after, to blend this. You see now, Boris, or you can even create your own look. That's a grading. So other stuff you can even see yourself. Maybe I want to deal with the skin tone, but this skin tone maybe I can do
so
after.
Please, Director Kim.
Yeah.
Where did you use the on which note did you put the LUT?
I use the note after the. I use the third note, the after the contrast and other stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this one is
on the note before.
Yeah.
Because I don't see very well here.
Okay.
Oh, so did you use the note? Did you use the LUT on the first note?
No, I used LUT on last note. This one I never do touch anything. I used LUT on last note. It's we only have 3 notes here. Can you see it?
Yeah. So you used the LUT on the third note.
Yeah, on 10 notes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can see now I only got 2 things, but already got the results, a perfect result. So this is a way that maybe we can just using by using normally, like manually thing. Okay, let's try using the way that we used to do, like this thing. I'm going to show you. All right, I created 2 nodes. So the first node that is going to be is IDT, which is input device transformations, and last node is going to be ODT, which is output device transformations. So here now I'm going to put the color space. I'm going to put the color space effects. Nobody join yet. Hey, I don't know why these guys are on offline. All right, so now I'm going to show you this thing. Here now I'm going to try the exactly camera color space. That's how we're going to use. These are Canon. This is Canon C-Log. So let me try find out Canon C-Log. This one now. C-Log 3, I don't know, C-Log 2 or 3, whatever. All right, I'm going to convert into DaVinci White Gamut. And then here, DaVinci White Gamut. This is our timeline color space, and I'm going to put DaVinci White Gamut to my output. So everyone going to see the DaVinci touch. You see now, this is Canon, the exactly camera that be shot on set. The director, if he were shot on low, if he were shooting on log or standard, on standard, sorry, if he was shot on Rec 79, he could see like this. But is it because he shot on log, that's why he got something like this? So if he shot on Rex over 9 could see like this. Or if he had the screen that can give you the emulations of Rex 79, how it's going to be in look on post production. If we look like this, all right. This one is a Canon. So I'm going to save this, and I'm going to show you the cheat code that I've done to the exactly project, how it look, and you're going to understand me why I just cheated like this one. These are red. You see how much the difference is. These are Canon, these are red. It's give me what exactly I wanted. First, it give me that tone of reddish. You know, red camera have some reddish stuff like that. You see that yellow popping on skin. But here now, the original one, it look very pinkish. Now, this is how exactly it look. That camera has so much of pinkish. You know, we had another project before this one. The first time I did so, I found out it's a very pinkish and it's very, very magenta, and I had very hard time. When you do color correction here, what you're going to do is going to fix that pinkish. And how to fix that? You're going to push your image to the greenish. When I do so, I feel like the image is already starting to be destroyed, starting to give me there's something which I don't want. And that's why I tell you guys, the first look that you're going to present is from white balance. So the white balance, it gave me the hard time to give me the look that I want to present. And that's why I was like, okay, let me now put in that one. Let me try to find another color sciences and put in here how it's going to look. And if I'm going to put another color science, let me show you this one. Let me start with the red. Okay, this one red camera. Let's say I put Ari Alexa here. Ari Alexa, you're going to see this Ari Alexa. Okay, this one. You see how our Ari Alexa is giving us is pretty dope. It's pretty close to the flats. You see the flats, the way they look. You see now, it's pretty close into that. The magenta is there, but not that too much until you can see visible to the screen. And it's very, very common. It's very balanced. That it's almost close to the. You remember the first thing that I did to the contrast there in the saturation. It almost there, yeah. And it's beautiful. And if you're going to start another color sensor, you're going to see the changes. So to cheat is not sin. Cheating is not that sin. It's the decisions that you're going to do according to the output that you want to present. But don't do too much. You have to check out on what type of product that you're going to cheat on. That's a little bit look a little bit same with your color space. You see. So I'm going to work on with the red. This one, no. All right. I think. Okay, let me save this, and let's try red. And red is a very super brighter. So as you can see, like this one. You see, this is Canon, this is Alexa, and this is a red. Canon and Alexa, not too much difference. All right, when it comes to node structure, like how do you arrange your node tree, I have a lot of ways. We know about this thing, guys. Sometimes I do serial nodes like this one. Sometimes what I do is just I do perio nodes like this one. I use perio and I use serial inside of perio node. You guys know about this node tree like this one. You know about this. And sometimes I do perio to perio, like this perio for only controlling doing color correction, and another perio is only by doing look DNA, like creating look, starting with the look palettes, look DNA, printing and then other stuff and Skintone like that to manipulate the picture. And sometimes I do this way, like you guys know about this. This way I arrange like this and do this. There is no much difference. I can say there's no difference because it doesn't matter how I arrange my nodes. The process that I'm about to do from start to finish, from everything that I'm about to do, it always look the same. It doesn't matter how the process does have done. Trust me, anything that I'm about to do, all of them, I'm doing the same thing, like touching the node with the specific thing that I'm about to do. Here is the problem. A lot of beginners, they struggle how to make color grading as pro level. YouTube itself can never pull up to that level. Director Kim came out with a massive masterclass phase 1 and phase 2, which is the phase 1 has 3 parts and each of the parts has a long pause video. Having an issue with the color senses, color management, creating different looks, fixing problems, how to balance proper your footage, shot matching, dealing with the small budget camera, everything you need to know from DaVinci Resolve. Masterclass has deep explanations. If you really struggle with creating look, Director Kim never seen enough till he made it 26 LUTs, which has look DNA and Skintone LUT and color separations. DCTL power grade also available. Director Kim really wants to shift you into next level. Have a permanent mentor who can guide you well to your journey of color grading. He decided to create a WhatsApp group for his own student member. But remember, to join a WhatsApp group, you need to buy one of his products, either Masterclass or LUT package. Now, let's back into the lesson. Do you hear me, Boris Snare?
Yes.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter the way I arrange the node. The thing that I'm about to touch, it's always the same. All right, here now I'm showing you. I'm going to start with the serial node, that easy way, and you're going to arrange the way you want to arrange according to your node. The first thing that I'm about to do before do anything is exposure. This place, I make sure my exposure is balanced. If the image is overexposed, I'm going to take it down. If the image is underexposed, I'm going to take it up. It doesn't matter what tools you're going to use. Any tools that you see flexible and give you a better result, use it according. Just because you the matter is about to do exposure. It doesn't matter which way. That's why you're going to see this one. I can use primary tools. And there's a way of doing contrast, and still I can use the primary tools, but the difference is acting. That's it. Even the curve tools, you can see that compression tools, I can do so. Here I can do curves to control exposure, like maybe let me show you. I can do curve to control exposure like this one. I just feel like, okay, my exposure has to be there. And also I can come here, do the thing that we used to do, like these compressions, like this one, and I can add another node doing the contrast. Also I can use this curve and do a contrast. It doesn't matter what tools you are using, it's all a matter the acting of that node that you're going to use, you see. Or I can tell you this, this one is exposure. I can use primary tools. I can put down my offset. This one is the compressions. I can use these tools like this one like this, and this one like this. Coming to highlight, put it down all the way over. Coming to the left, the pull out all the way over. That to wipe that. And I can come here to do the contrast. I can come to my again, putting here. I can come to this part, putting back, and put this. It doesn't matter. You see, all these things I just did the same tools, but the difference is how it acts. And this is going to be easier for you when you come to shop matching. You're going to understand why this node is only about doing this, this node is only about doing this, and this node is only about doing this. Yeah, that's it. All right, so the second one is after doing the exposure. The second one is a compressions. This is compressing. You know that if you don't use to do compression, you can skip this thing. but to me this one is the compressions. All right, I'm coming to another node, which this is only a matter of a contrast and balance. Me, I can call it balance. What am I doing here? Play with the exposure, playing with the playing with the exposure, play with the contrast, playing with this thing, why they call it what this exposure, contrast, and what these saturations, and what balance, that like everything that I'm doing there, I'm doing to the same node. But before, what I used to do is that I was used to do this. Let's put in individually nodes. Let's say that we putting this individual nodes. Okay, we are putting here. What I can do now is, let's say the first thing is going to be exposure, balance, exposure. This one is different with this. This one is about to twist because it's a balance, exposing balance. Let's say that exposing balance. You see, this one is exposing balance. You see this place, when I control exposure here, it doesn't matter it's going to be high or it's going to be super bright or super dark. It doesn't matter. But here's the way I'm looking at this vector scope. All right, and then let's do like contrast, which is, I'm going to call it ratio. And then let's do it about saturation. And then last is going to be white balance. You see, these are 14 that I'm doing on same node. So let's say like this thing that you did in individual nodes, you're about to do them in one node, just like this. You see, so this is help you to not doing so much on your workflow is going to have a very a lot of node. So sometimes you have to do something in one node and you do everything there. It's just depending on how your workflow. If you have a very tough project of tough footage, it's okay to do in individual, because it's going to help you to fix it in other clips, that to understand which things that are touching there. But if you are about to do that, it's okay. So now this node, what I can call it a balance. You see, so when it comes to this one, this is how I did the compounds, you know. When it comes to this one, you got a 14. But to me, instead of doing this, I'm coming to only one node like this and do everything in here, because the result is going to be the same. So no need for you to create 4 nodes again. You can do only one. But let's try to create this 4 node for the sake of this tutorial. But in real project, we are not going to do some. Okay, this I just take off that component and leave it like that. You see. All right. These are the things that I do. So these are group. This group is for color management, and this group is for color correction. So the first group is going to be a color management, like this one. Another group is going to be color corrections, and another group is going to be your creative looks. Okay, this one, the first one, is going to be a look DNA. This is where you're creating a palette of color. It doesn't matter you are using LUT or anything. Okay, this place is going to be your maybe skin tone, like this one. These are 2 basic things, and you can add something more according to the footage. This is going to be adjustment notes, like doing some adjustment, like let me call it adjustment. You're going to start with the 3 of them, so you're going to see which thing you're going to adjust according to the footage. And then maybe to the look, these are places that you're doing a split on and other stuff. Today we're not going to discuss about the that split on and other stuff. This is it. So this is how you do your stuff, and there are some stuff you are doing outside of color space, which is depend on type of footage you have. So everything is depending on what you have, but the basic thing is this two group. The first group is about color correction, and second group is about to be a creative loop. This one is about doing some, we can call it juice sauce. You know guys about juice sauce. You can do texture, glow effects, noise reduction, stuff like that. Yeah, anything that is possible to do. You understand what I'm talking about, Boris?
Yes.
Yes.
And everyone understand what I'm talking about, yeah?
Yes. Yes.
All right. So right now, let me try to jump on the examples, the process, the example, how we can do it in practically. I wanted to end up here, but let me. Okay, someone. Someone says not working. If someone is texting a message to the group, I think you guys should help me to read them, because you can see now we are here a little bit. All right, so I think okay, I think we are starting doing some stuff. Okay, all right, so the first thing, as we talk about the exposure, so I'm not going to do very sense. I'm going to do quickly so you understand what needs to be done. Okay, the thing that we touch here is exposing. So I'm going to maybe touching offset, put it down the exposure like this. The second thing is exposing, decompressing. So I'm going to pull it up a little bit like this and pull it down a little bit like this to compress this thing, highest and lowest level, just like this. Another thing is exposing balance. Okay, so I'm going to put my mid-tone into this spot and this place like this, pull it out, lift a little bit down. Yeah, I make sure that I'm getting a perfect mid-tone. What I'm concentrating is the mid-tone. All right, that's it. And another thing is the ratio. So this is where I do my contrast like this. You can see now my mid-tone is really getting rich more than before. You see, when I switch this thing like this and this, when I switch off, you can see our mid-tone is not super rich. You can see this guy's talk, this woman's talk, this one. But when I do like this, you can see how much they reach. You see? And the contrast is still there, and color is super well balanced. All right. Now, when it comes to the saturation, is it because this image is oversaturated already? So there's no way or necessary for us to deal with this saturation. But if your image doesn't have a saturation, you will come here. Or maybe let's try to work on white balance, and then we're going to see how the saturation is allowed to push it. All right, so I'm going to control the white balance like this. You see, now our saturation is a little bit gone. Okay, let me go back to our saturation, and then I'm going to increase a little bit of saturation just like that. And I see my blue is too much, so I'm going to reduce the blue saturation into this channel just like this, and then green a little bit. Now you can see. So when it comes to look DNA, here's where we're creating a palette of color. Maybe let's say I want to create something like orange and teal, and then I'm coming to this node like look DNA. I'm pushing my blue into cyan like this, and then I found out it's super saturated. I reduce the saturation this spot. I want something very muted, and like this one. And then when it comes to orange pot, I want this red to be not magenta. I want it to be very pure reddish. So I'm going to pull it down a little bit like this place, and somewhere around here, this place, yeah, this one, and this magenta I'm going to pull down. I want this red to be very density. I'll come here, I'll click this red, and maybe I'll pull down to be very density, just like this. This is all a matter of your decisions. I want also to have very rich blacks, the blacks to have very density like this. So I'm going to take my blue channel like this place. I'm going to pull it to have that very heavy look. Let's try to bring back our saturation, just like that. All right, now you can see our look. This is our look. You can see before and after. You see now? Yeah, this is our place between our look. Here's the problem. A lot of beginners, they struggle how to make color grading as pro level. YouTube itself can never pull up to that level. Director Kim came out with the massive masterclass phase 1 and phase 2, which is the phase 1 has 3 parts, and each of the parts has a long pause video. Having an issue with the color senses, color management, creating different looks, fixing problems, how to balance proper your footage, shot merging, dealing with the small budget camera, everything you need to know from DaVinci Resolve. Masterclass has deep explanations. If you're really struggling with creating look, Director Kim never seen enough till he made it 26 LUTs, which has look DNA and Skintone LUT and color separations. DCTR power grade also available. Director Kim really wants to shift you into next level. Have a permanent mentor who can guide you well to your journey of color grading. He decided to create a WhatsApp group for his own student member. But remember, to join a WhatsApp group, you need to buy one of his products, either Masterclass or LUT package. Now, let's back into the lesson. Alright, let me try something extra, like a little bit of a contrast to blend my look. Okay, I'm pushing like this one, not too much. You see, it's a little bit blending. All right, let me try something a little bit extra to my shadow, and I can come here. I can pull my shadow into this place. Let me try to come to my lift, pull down my there are something's not all right. Maybe my PC is talking. Wait a minute. Yo, it was stacking. All right, but I never went so far like this one. And then let's try this place a little bit greenish, that's doing splitting like this. You see, these are look DNA, but these are too much. Like, let me do very less. Just like this. You see, these are look DNA. Okay, we're coming to another node like this one, and then we are doing our skin tone. Like we are qualified as skin tone, and we really get a perfect qualification because our color correction is better. All right, so we do this thing, like we selecting. These are quick. These are quick. Okay, we are doing like this. I'm coming to this place and pull it like this place, and I come into this place like this place, like I make sure the skin is looking it's magenta, and then I'm coming this place, I'm reducing the saturation just like this to have that natural look. And these people are white guys, so maybe I can little bit pull them to yellowish. It's going to look good instead of super orange. All right, I reduce saturations. Another thing, we can come here for the density issues. Let's try to brighten them a little bit. Yeah, just like that. And to the adjustments here, I can blend this thing, like putting my my highlight down because the highlight is overtouched them. You see how it's blending them. Look at before, look at after. It really cooled them down. All right, so maybe I can come here and check out what I can do to the adjustment. This place you are doing an extra thing, like maybe I can select this rating, only that one, and have a better selection like this. Maybe I can do some crazy thing here. This red, let me try to put more feather because this one is too much. It's too much powerful, and just do like this. Look how perfect it's getting there. Maybe I can come to our skin, this thing like here, this place to the blush. Try to do some extra glazing stuff like this. Maybe I can push more feather to fill this, just like this. You see, it's super crazy. Let's try out this one, this one heavy thing, and then let me put down a little bit of gamma. Let's try putting the band to clean up because it's looking much not clean to the background, you see. So when it comes to this place, I can reduce the intensity to make it look clean. These are extra things you can see now. Let me just select this thing. These are before. You see, these are look DNA and Skintone, but this now is our juicing. The juice have the image, the extra. These are according to the footage, guys. I repeat, these are according to the footage that you have. Maybe I'll come outside of color space like this, maybe putting the shadow to bring more contrast the image. This is too much. Okay, yes, let me reduce a little bit. You see, guys, how much the image look now. Yeah, these are decisions. I'm out of your decisions. These are type look that's we did our extra thing. But the basic thing that you have to do, let's back a little bit there. The first thing that you have to do, Boris, this question of yours is only here. If you are paying more attention, you are understanding better. The first thing that you need to do is your color management, like this one. That's I've done. Second thing that you need to do is your second group, which is about your color corrections. It's here. These are color correction. As you can see, the palette of color is already presented there. Starting with the exposure, compressions, exposing balance, ratio, which is a contrast, saturation, and white balance. This white balance, you see this guy. That's why I told you before. The guy that I told him. This is where your color grading is starting. If you want to present some very cool tone, your white balance is going to be very, 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 very cool. If you want to present in something like this, you want to a cool tone, your look DNA is going to start in here. This is your pre. If you want something very normal, you can just do your normal, like make sure your white is white, your blacks is blacks. And if you wanting something very warm, you can push in your image to the warm like this. This is your first look. Like this is not look DNA, it's your first. So when it comes like this, and then it's to your second node, which is your look DNA, you're going to see what thing that can just like maybe reducing too much of warm like this, putting very balance, and then maybe I can do this warm because it's very yellowish. I can put to be a little bit of magenta, a little bit of orange, just like this to have a natural. And maybe I can pull it down the shadow a little bit like this to blend, like putting the contrast a little bit Like, let me come into this part and reduce a little bit to the sun. This is your first thing. The look DNA is getting idea from white balance. Offense is getting the idea. That's why I used to call white balance a white balance, but it's our pre-look. You see the way they look now? If I wanting to make it normally, I can't make it normally because it's already warm. If I'm going to do normally in look, which means I'm going to crash the image. That's why most of people, they get very, very worse lizard, because here at this place they never did so good, and then wants to do everything to the look DNA, which is they do wrong. Everything starting here. If you got that thing here, satisfy with that, and look DNA is about to juice up that thing, you see. So our first thing is starting here. After doing so, as you can see now, the blue is pure blue. It's pure blue. This one is pure color. Everything is pure color, like nothing is over. A little bit of warm I kept there because I wanted that warm to be on mid-tone. That's why a little bit left it, but I can do so much push into that. And then here now, what I've done is just juice up that thing that we got from our color correction, and this is about to be our look creative. Another node. You see how much we split the image. We push it back around the way it's supposed to be. We push the mid-tone where it's supposed to be. The R color is very, very, very juiced. You see? And then last thing that I've done outside of color space to put juicing the image, I did the little bit of a contrast to make the image looking more popping. That's it. That's it. I never did any much. No magic that I've done. It's just a matter of juicing to it. Alright, so I'm going to save this paragraph like this one. Boom. We're going to discuss about this thing a little bit, about exposing. Is there any question about the node structure, how you starting doing this and this? Boris?
Yes.
Do you have any question?
Yes, I have a question. My question is to know, when you applied an effect on one node, it's that effect, it's only affecting the node in front or even before?
Yeah, actually the node that you're doing everything there is going to affect the node after that. The node that are coming after that node is going to be affected. And
okay, it's not affecting the node before.
Yeah, it doesn't affect the node before. And another thing is that node that's how we're doing everything there. Those things that you are going to do, you're going to put them in one room, in the same room. So if you're going to do too much in same node, also it's going to be not good, because the image not gonna have a better place to breathe. So make sure you are doing maybe 3 or 4 things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if I'm about, you see, if the node like this one, the balance node that I'm doing everything, is if I'm dealing with a primaries is only primaries. I touch everything into the primaries part, because this one share a same room. If I'm dealing with the contrast, I'm dealing with the curve, I only going to touch the curves, because these curves are share the same room. Like this curve, this also the curve U, this one I'm going to do this. It's okay to do the same node. And if I'm going to do here, because this one is a color slice, it is something extra, but it can be in here, I don't know, but to me I'll use it to my primary. It's okay. If I'm going to do this one, these are everything here, these are primary stuff. Yeah, these are same room, these are another room. If I'm going to do this other thing above, yeah, you go to there, because they are no problem. But you can do multiple, it's okay. The only thing that's hard to be matter is you don't have to do so many things in one node as well, because you're going to fill the room with a lot of stuff, which is going to be no good. All right, I think now let's jump into the exposure. This place, most of people they got hard time. The guy that's asked about exposure, is him inside? Why this guy not online? At the meantime, he just said that we have a difficult thing about controlling exposure. It's offline. I don't know why. Let me try to call him if he able to pick the phone. Because this guy asked about exposure. All right, let me do anyway. But I would love him to ask me more questions about exposing. But let me do anyway. You will see this on YouTube. All right, about exposure, you guys know about it. It's depending on what type of look you want to be present, and there is a perfect value on exposing image. To me, I mostly love my highlights to be around 8% or 7%. If I want something very common, the image is super clean and smart, no rashness, no things coming super highlights, or everything balanced perfectly. I mostly love to come in between 700 to 800. That's it. My midtone offense, I like to put them around this cycle, this place, this room, like 60 to, this is a high mid, these are super mid, this is a low mid. So I love my midtone to be around this place. And another thing, my shadow is around my shadow. I love my shadow to be around 1.38, a little bit below if I want to have a very super shadow, but I don't want to go below 0. You guys understand about it. That's how I balance the exposure. So when it comes to, there's two ways of doing exposure. The exposing of do overall, and the exposing of doing in particular place, like maybe you are dealing with the midtone, highlights, or shadow, or overall. So it's depending on type of exposing that you want to touch. Like this place, this one is my highlight is really perfect place. My shadow is not that much worse, but my midtone is very low. Like I can see that this is the way my midtone informations. You see this place? This guys, let me tell you something. Waveform of scopes is information that we get from image. So everything you see here is already in here. That's why when I try to pick let me check where the pick I did. All right, why the pick on this one display this place, yeah. So that's why when you touch things like this, you're going to see it's presenting here. You see everything that you touch is going to be presenting here actually. So this image, relax even none of it, it's a little bit in balance, but the problem is the contrast is not rich. The contrast is poor, and the balance, you can see yourself, it's perfect. If you just want something like this, it's perfect. But to me, like, it doesn't really getting better length. Like everyone should see and be happy with the result. So when it comes to exposing, I have two ways of doing the exposing. Like one way is controlling the global exposing. Another way is by controlling let me see. Oh, today we're going to spend another 1 hour. Yo, Jesus. All right. Another way is about to deal with the particular place that I want to control the exposure. All right, let me show you guys about this. Here is the problem. A lot of beginners, they struggle how to make color grading as pro level. YouTube itself can never pull up to that level. Director Kim came out with the massive masterclass phase 1 and phase 2, which is the phase 1 has 3 parts, and each of the parts has a long pause video. Having an issue with the color senses, color management, creating different looks, fixing problems, how to balance proper your footage, shot matching, dealing with the small budget camera, everything you need to know from DaVinci Resolve. Masterclass has deep explanations. If you're really struggling with creating look, Director Kim never seen enough till he made a 26 LUT, which has loop DNA and Skintone LUT and color separations. This CTL power grade also available. Director Kim really wants to shift you into next level. Have a permanent mentor who can guide you well to your journey of color grading. He decided to create a WhatsApp group for his own student member. But remember, to join a WhatsApp group, you need to buy one of his products, either Masterclass or Loot package. Now, let's back into the lesson. The first thing that I'm going to do is about to do the global thing. And into this image, because we don't have a light, we don't have... Do you guys hear me?
Yes.
All right. Is it because we don't have so much highlights, like too much highlight, like stuff like that? I want my balance to be around, my highlights to be around 7ish, and my shadows to be around this place 1.38. That's it. So that's, I feel safe to my exposing. All right, so let me try out. I'm going to use global instead. So I'm going to bring down my global too much down until I start seeing C is standing. And my midtone, actually I want to be around 400. We can't see 400, but it's between here, 50 below to 400, stuff like that. This between that, my midtone, I want to put it there. All right, so when it comes to exposing like this, I'm going to do so, putting my global down. This is the overall exposure. So it's giving me the idea of everything that I want to balance. I really love the overall exposing, the way it sits. And then I'm going to do that some compression to most highest and most lowest. So to my highlight, I think because I already put in down my highlights, it's okay, but my shadow is so much, so I'm going to increase the shadow somewhere around here and stuff like that. So now you can see it's like it's bringing that flat back. The reason why I'm doing this, so you know guys about it, is because I want to get the room for other effects later. All right, so when it comes to the another node, which is this one is one exposure, so I'm going to call it global. It's like everything. This one is compressing, like compress, and this one is balance. So I'm going to do everything in one note. Into here, what I'm about to do is so already I did my overall exposing and compressions. So now I have a better room to fix my that thing that I want, because I want you guys to focus on midtone. So I'm going to put the midtone gamma a little bit up, and I'm going to put the highlights a little bit down, so to get the exactly point that I want. I want to get a little bit help from the shadow slider, something like that. And yeah, just twist and tweak. So now you can see before and after. You can see now I raised my midtone a little bit. You will feel like the highlight is raised, but trust me, the highlight is never raised. You see the highlights the way I want it to be around 7ish. This flare, don't worry about this. Don't worry. The only matter, the detail is around this place. You can see now it's same place, like it's just a little bit that's twisting now, but it's the same place now. You see my highlights is there, but you still the picture is bright. And this is why I'm telling you guys, most of you fighting with the clients, they see like why the image is so very dark, and they feel like, how does it come to be dark? Like I can see everything is proper. Your midtone is super dark. That's why you are fighting with their client, but they really don't know how to explain it to you. They really don't know that. That's why they just don't know how to explain it. Yeah, they be like, what's so dark there? I can't see myself. And you are increasing your gain, like putting offset. And when it comes to putting your offsets, gain, exposure, that like, the way you want it, you feel like the image is, you're losing some. Often you will know that a brighter image, it has less saturations. The low lights, it has a better, very rich saturation. So you're about to lose some stuff that you, guy, what's wrong with these guys? The look is very, very good, but now I'm losing because of increasing exposure. You only care about the exposing overall, but you don't care about midtone. That's a big problem. All right, so now we're about to twist like this. After doing so, we can see everything is balanced. You can see the midtone. The highlight is not over. The shadow is not over. You have a room to do your any kind of let's say before. You see the midtone how there it was before, and look at now. It's still in there, but the picture is very very well balanced. What's the matter now is the contrast, which is makes you to feel the image difference. So we are about to putting back the contrast in very 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 slight way. Now you can see our image is contrasted, and mid-tone is there, and shadow is there, highlight is there. Nothing is overdone. You see guys?
Yes.
Well balanced the exposure. Like what I focused the mid-tone. Look now, it's like I just did something very small, but it's very processing. You see, look how the information is been gone from before. Look, we never got these informations, but now look how well balanced the information is there. The mid-tone it's popping, the mid-tone is popping, and the image is comma, the shadow is comma, the highlights comma. So there you gonna have a decisions where you can pull in your image, like where the further thing. If I want something very over contrasted, but still I want to maintain this thing, I can come to the node after and come in putting my shadow down to get that the popping image, like the way you want is super contrasted like this one, because this one is washed out shadows, and this one is pitch shadow. You can see it very 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 different with the other. You see now, this let's say that this is after doing correction of exposure. Let me save this, and this one is before do our stuff. Like let me take the, and yeah, you see now, this is a before, sorry, this is after. You see this one, the highlights was over there, the shadow was bright day, like super gone, but this one is common, but you can still see our mid-tone is in better place. Someone go be like, man, this job is very easy, why shouldn't you do something like this? You know, most of you guys, I know this, most of you guys, when it comes to color grading, when you come in the image like this, you see this one and you feel like the image is bright like this, you come into the gain like this place, you put the gain down, and you be like, okay, now I really control the thing, why should I do all this stuff? Do you see what we got now? It's really same result, look at this, sorry, oh sorry, what should I do now? Okay, let me try this. Should I put Y and take this off? Okay, let's do this. Look at this. Where are this now? Okay, yeah, this one, this I think this one is the one that I putting my gain down. Look at this, you see now. And then when it comes to this thing, like the magical thing that we did, look at this, you see the balance of exposing other stuff, it's almost look the same, but the cleaning of image, how the image acting, cleaning, like how everything is breathing is different. Do you get my point, guys?
Yes.
Let me go back. Look at this. This one I only reduce the gain, put it the gain, only reduce the gain, but exposing is balanced the way we wanted it to be. But you can see the breathing. I don't know if you guys can see what I see, the way the image is breathing, but when you get something like this, look how image is breathing from shadow, mid-tone, and other stuff. You can see the breathing. I don't know, guys, if you can see what I see here. I don't know how I can do to make it look okay. Let me show you another way. Thank God. Let me do this. Let me grab still this one and comment to this thing, and let me do this. Can you see something there?
Yes.
You can see the exposure is very well better placed, but you can see the how image breathing. Look at this one. Look at this. First, look at the sky. It's heavy. Look at this sky. It's light. You can see. Look at this coral. This place. It's heavy, but this one is light. Look how the skin tone this place is where the better corrected. Like I never do something extra about to correct the skin tone, but you can see everything is better placed. The cleanness of image, like everything is presenting and nothing is crashing. But this one is a mess. You can do like this, but where, bro? In future you do other stuff. You not gonna have a better room to do your shit like this. But look at this one. Look at this bright. This is how pro you have to be in here. But this one, for the people that are starting, they just put it again down and keep going in other stuff. They don't know how the image is pressed, and they keep adding more extra thing. Do you get the point what I'm talking about here?
Yeah.
Boris?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah. I like the way you guys are understanding this thing. All right, let me keep going with that thing that we call it temperature. That place most people we fighting a lot. That place that I'm telling you guys, the way the starting points where you can creating your look in this place. Actually, this place is where you can create in your look in. Okay. About the exposure, some people they balance not exposing, sorry. About doing white balance, some people they balance the white balance by using parades. Bro, if you are balanced while using parades, I'll actually not go have any words into that, because parades is giving you the balance of light. And when it comes to balance the image, there are some tools which is going to be difficult for you to push, especially global tools. I don't know, but if you ever to balance well, it's okay. Because in here, what you can see, like our highlight, it's very very, very warm. Like we have so much red to our highlight. So what you can do, you can come to the gain like this, putting the gain down, so you can starting the image is getting up a little bit. All right, so just like this, you can starting see the green is coming up. So I think the green is coming out to the maybe to the mid-tone, because this place is harming. So I can put down my green like this. All right, I think we have got better balance, but the highlight is not gone overall. And yeah, because it has to be presented, it's like, okay, let me put part like this one and put part my gamma this. I think little bit helpful. You see why balance is done. Actually, some people they do this, they get a very perfect result actually, but or maybe they just use temperature slider like this to what how they exactly the image, like super like this. They what the green is gone, like I put in here, put like until I starting see the green is getting, yeah, actually you can see how it's upful, but look how it's our skin is look. It's much yellowish or greenish. All right, there's extra thing that you have to do to control the white balance perfectly. as a pro is by using global or offset, and to control that you have to use a virtual scope instead. What virtual scope it does is giving you a balance of color without giving you a formation of luminance, like a formation of exposing. The other one, the palette, like this one, is giving, or not this, these are away from this barrette, is giving you a formation of color, at the same time it's giving you a formations of exposing. This one, if you want to do a split on, this one is good. I recommend you to do that. If you want to do a split on, like maybe we have a less of you can see even to the picture, we have a less of green or cyan color to the shadow. That's why you see our shadow is a little bit reddish, because a reddish is so much on highlights. So maybe we want to do a split on, we could come into red channel to the left and pull it down until we starting to see our blacks getting into greenish. As you can see, this is before, this is after. You can see we are starting to create splits on. All right, let's do something extra. Maybe we have a little bit of green, so we have to get the cyan color. So maybe I will starting pull the blue a little bit up from my shadow, and you can see we don't have so much blue to the highlight, so I'll put it back there. Now you can starting see my my words. You can starting see my blocks is getting pure blocks, a little bit of cyan in it, and we starting see the red is gone, you can see, but our mid-tone and highlights, it's still in that place. We just did our split on a little bit, just like that. You see how magic it be done. It's nice, like the splitting, you can feel the splitting, like putting everything in place that I have to do. But doing a while balance into this one, it be mess. I don't recommend you to do so. Alright, one thing that we can do is by using a vector score, this guy, because we only want to present the color, not luminance and that stuff. So I can use offsets, pull it offset into this place, like pulling into this place to the middle. And while I'm focused is the skin tone, I make sure my skin tone, this guy, is getting in indicator, just like this. You can see how the balance is there. You can see the blacks is pure, like nothing is ruining my exposing, like everything is there where it has to be. Like my exposing never ever ruined. Oh, what this now? You see, just like this. Or you can, for more flexibility is coming to HDR. This is very slightly and very flexible, more than offsets. Sometimes offsets can even little bit, not so much, can even little bit, just very little bit mess up with let me delete some. How to delete? Oh, difficult. Yo. What I've done? This one. Oh, thank God. Da Vinci. Oh, all right. Sometimes I want to delete some other. Okay, maybe I will try to learn about that. Right now, let me just skip that. All right, let's check out on these are global, and this is our offset. The difference between this guy, you can see this one is a little bit changing my exposing, because the exposure was so much bright. Let's see to the waveform so you guys understand what I'm talking about. To the waveform, it's like this. When I'm setting my offset, you can see my waveform is a little bit down. Yeah, that's it. But when it comes to global, you can see it's just twisting, the shifting of color you see, let me tell you something. The waveform is not only about the matter. Let me clarify. It's not only a matter of exposing, it's also a matter of color. So when we just did so, it's taking, you see the image was so much warm and less of blue. So now it's giving us a much vibrance of blue and much a vibrance of a much balance of that warm. That's what I've done. Doesn't much change in my exposure. But when it comes to the offset, it did so by pulling up and down. Like it doesn't manipulate, like what I can call it, doesn't shifting the color. It's also shifting the balance of light, like the way most highest past like maybe the highlights was super red. It's the same like how I did in here, but it's much very small of that. Yeah, so sometimes you can have if you want to get the result of offset, you can have this. But if you really did balance well, you are exposing and you don't want to shift that, you can use global, so that it's only affecting the current, not the exposure. Do you guys understand what I'm talking about now? Yeah, so I think our tutorial, we are gone so much far into this. We already cover about noise structure, cover about exposure, less of it, and as well as we already talk about white balance. So I think there's nothing left into these three stuff that we talk about. Any questions so far before I just cut off this tutorial?
Are you going to post this video on YouTube?
Yeah, actually this video is going to be on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you want to have more covered things, you can go to the YouTube and watch it from scratch, so you cover it again if you missed anything. Anyone? Lukundo?
I know, I have understood everything. I don't have any question.
Alright, so I think I'll have to sign off and see you guys on next Tuesday. And this one is going to be on air anytime soon, if I'm able to do so. Hope I'll see you guys on next class.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, bro. This was deep. I think we've gotten something new that we didn't know, and everyone will benefit from this.
Thanks very much both YouTube from watch this video. I hope you really got something. You enjoyed the class, you enjoyed the way we discussing thing in here. I covered a thing, very basic thing, you know, go forwards but you miss something backwards. Guys, it's mess. You need to have everything in details, and to know the reason, you know, to know to these things. So today we discussed about noise distractions, white balance, and exposing. So I think next time we come in with another topic. I only listen to my student member. If you want to talk about something you really want to get diving deep about this, comment down there below to the YouTube channel. They answer that this are Derry talking. Subscribe my YouTube channel, please, I beg. If you never do so, click the bell button, like the comment, like, share with the other guys. Follow me on my Instagram, Kim Gradit. Or if it give you a hard time, you can search Jama. Well, that's my name. See you guys on next chapter.